Two big updates since my last video on the Supreme Court's tariff ruling. First, the refund window for your 2025 EPA payments is officially open as of April 20th. But second, and more urgently, the replacement tariffs we've been paying since February were just struck down in court a few days ago. Today, we are doing a deep dive into the new CAPE platform you need to use to get your money back, and why a recent ruling from the Court of International Trade means the current 10% surcharge is on life support. If you're a small business owner or an importer, the next 90 days are critical for your cash flow. Let's start with the money you've already paid. On April 20th, 2026, U.S. Customs and Border Protection, or CBP, launched the CAPE platform. Now, this is the only way to claim your EPA refunds. Here is what you need to know about Phase 1. First, the window. It currently only covers unliquidated entries, or those liquidated within the last 80 days. Essentially, if your goods entered starting around January 30th, 2026, you are in the front of the line. Second, the no mistakes rule. You file a CAPE declaration in the ACE portal. But be warned, once you submit, you cannot amend it. If you miss a 7501 form, you have to start a new declaration, which can push you to the back of the queue. Lastly, timeline. CBP is saying 60 to 90 days for the cash to hit your account, but you must have an ACH account set up in ACE. No paper checks are being issued for these. While you're filing for those old refunds, the new 10% surcharge just hit a massive legal wall. On May 8th, 2026, the Court of International Trade ruled that the Section 122 tariffs, the ones the administration pivoted to in February, are unlawful. Why did they lose? The court said Section 122 can only be used for large and serious balance of payments deficits. The government tried to use trade deficits as a reason, but the court said that's not what the law meant back in 1974. The catch for small businesses. The court did not issue a nationwide injunction. Right now, the relief only applies to the specific plaintiffs in the case, which includes the state of Washington and a few private importers. The strategy? Unless you are a plaintiff, you still have to pay the 10% for now. However, you should be filing post-summary corrections or formal protests on every entry. If this ruling goes nationwide later this summer, you need that paper trail to claim your second round of refunds. What happens in July? Even if Section 122 is struck down, it was already set to expire on July 24th, 2026, with the 150-day limit. The administration is already moving to Section 301 investigations. They are currently holding hearings to replace these expiring tariffs with a more permanent Wave 3 in August. The CPA tip? For your 2026 budget, keep that 10 to 15% duty buffer in your models. The legal justification is changing, but the cost to your business likely isn't going away. To wrap up, here is your checklist. First, audit your ACE portal. Make sure your ACH info is current so CAPE can pay you. Second, file your Phase 1 declaration for those late January/early February entries. Third, talk to your broker about filing protests on your current Section 122 entries to preserve your rights after the May 8th ruling. I've put links to the CBP CAPE guide and the court ruling in the description below. If you found this helpful, hit subscribe. I'll be tracking the Section 301 hearings as we head into July.